Star Wars fans, this is Magnagard IG100 and today I'm doing my first ever LEGO Star Wars review. We're starting out with Battle on Saleucami. Now, initial thoughts here. It's kind of like a larger for a battle pack really. It's a unique set in itself because it comes with 4 droids here, 2 B1 battle droids, 2 B2 super battle droids, and a stap here, which would just the stap and the little flower barracks there with the 4 droids. That'd make a decent battle pack in itself. But then it comes with a bark trooper and a bark speeder. So it's an interesting set at a great value, about $15 or so. Anyway, I got this at where did I get it? Yeah, I got it at Books A Million. Probably not the best place to buy Legos. There's an extra $1 there. Anyway, this takes place in kind of the expanded universe surrounding Star Wars Episode 3: Revenge of the Sith. Saleucami was a planet that was under the control of the Techno Union, which is one of the sects of the Confederacy of Independent Systems, or the Separatists, or the Battle Droids. Saleucami was or is a very cavernous, rocky area full of calderas, although you can't really tell. In the background here, there's some, I guess you see a lot of grass and rock, mountains around it. I don't think this is the best picture of Saleucami's landscape. The back is always the most exciting part of the box because it shows what you can do with it. Like, here's a nice little battle scene between the droids and the bark trooper here. It's obviously not that big a fair fight. Shows a nice overhead view of the bark speeder and a side view, and if you can see in the background here, actually, instead of using my finger, I'll use a pointer. I don't know if you can really see very well, but it gives like a kind of different orthographic views of the bark speeder in the background in a deep blue. As I said earlier, it comes with a spring-loaded shooter, which is actually pretty fun to shoot. You can use it to knock down the droids, as it shows here in these pictures. You can also knock down the stap if you're pretty accurate with it. Alright, so what's inside? What I like about this style box and about other battle pack boxes is that it has this like hole right here where you can punch in to kind of open it, where you don't really damage the box much because I want to keep the boxes. I think they're cool. I like having them around my room. And when you open it up, we get one large bag and we get 2 smaller size bags and 1 small panel of stickers. Well, I also like Lego's instruction booklets. They're really they're a nice piece of material to read through. I mean, lots of good 3D models for step-by-step instructions. And I always like how, especially with these newer ones, actually I haven't bought Star Wars Legos in a long time. I recently just got really back into it, really big back into it. I like how I show you the different minifigures you can get. I have all these minifigures, and I will review all these sets too. Nice pictures of them, bunches them all together. Check boxes to see, you know, you collect them all. And I guess product feedback survey. Anyway, we're going to give a little close-up on each of these minifigures here. As you noticed earlier, there are 2 different types of the B1 battle droid. I'm going to put it on this so my hands aren't all over distracting. One comes with the 2 standard, I guess, hands that grab onto things horizontally, whereas this one has something that'll grab onto something vertical and a horizontal grabber. Alright, now onto the other battle droid. It's basically the same look, except he has one arm that is used to hold the gun. I think the blaster is a very nice detail. I just like the overall look of the blasters. I mean, I know these certainly aren't new. They've probably been around since like I think 2007, 2008, maybe. And you can hold it in many different positions, like you know, if you want to hold it here and have him like pistol whip a clone trooper, which I doubt they do that. These are also very flimsy. You know, like I said earlier, I recently just got back into buying Star Wars Legos. I forgot how clumsy these battle droids are, but you know, you gotta love them. It's just battle droids. All right, now we have two super battle droids. They're the exact same look, so I'm not gonna paint in on both of them. I think this model super battle droid first came out in, I want to say 2006 or 7. These are really nice, sturdy. They're not as posable as the other battle droids. You know, they just stand there with their one arm out because they have built-in wrist blasters. We'll zoom in on some of the detail there. Oops. Gotta really appreciate the molding in it. There's his head, feet, whatnot. I don't really care for the hollowed out back, but I guess to keep costs down, use less plastic. He has a hollowed out back. Alright, lastly, we have a Bark Trooper. This is a very unique clone trooper. I don't think a clone trooper like this has been released ever. Maybe I'm wrong. Say in the comments below if I'm wrong. It's the same type of blaster as the battle droid that I showed you earlier, but he's got nice detail on all over him. That insignia on his leg, on his chest, his head, that's a nice touch. I like how he has one red arm. He's got nice printing on his back too. And then he's got the generic clone head that I think was first released in maybe 2013 or 2012-ish. One of the two generic clone heads. Okay, so first up we have the STAP, which stands for Single Trooper Aerial Platform. This is first developed and employed by the Trade Federation, which is one of the main supporters of the Confederacy and the Independent Systems. Led by Newt Gunray, I guess the antagonist faction in the Phantom Menace. In the Phantom Menace, we saw them as a brown, tan color to match more with the battle droids. But since the Separatists rallied behind a blue and white color scheme, and this is blue and white to go with the rest of them. It comes with a nice stand here that you use it to hold up the staff, but it really doesn't use a stand in real life or in the fictional Star Wars universe here. It's got nice flaps that you can adjust as you wish. As I showed earlier, it has a nice sticker decal. I'm assuming these are some sort of engine components here. They look nice. These are the main blasters on the staff here, the close-up on them. And this is adjustable up and down, although this staff is really flimsy. I don't see like that just came off. Oh no, and now that's happening. I don't really like to take it apart often. And then the battle droid is, oh my gosh. I just leave him on most of the time in here. Actually, he went on pretty smoothly that time. Then you position him like this. His hands just snap into the piece that flips up and down like that. So yeah, there's a stab. Not really much functionality with it. Like, you'll have to use your imagination, posability, or if you're a collector, just have it lay around. This is divided into like 3 little sections here. This first section has I guess a posable flower that moves up and down. This moves left and right as you want it to. And this holdout is pictured to have a super battle droid inside of it here. The centerpiece has a little shield or barricade in front of it. You can see it's got some blaster wounds on it from gunfire. It's nice, sturdy. I'd say it's sturdier, the sturdiest of these three little holdouts here. On the box it shows the B1 battle droid standing in the center of it here, like so. And then this last one, this last section really provides no protection at all, really. It's just some flowers or plant life of some sort, kind of just laying around, hanging on there. And this is where the second super battle droid, B2 super battle droid, is placed. Now, I think the reason for this placing is because B2 super battle droids have a lot more thicker, denser, heavier all around. They're just more better armored for shooting and taking shots. I remember that one scene in Attack of the Clones where a B1 battle droid was falling apart, failing, and B2 battle droid just pushed it out of the way and just kept firing on. I thought that was kind of unique to show how these new battle droids were created from Techno Union, Geonosian, Trade Federation, you know, that partnership of the Confederacy put together a nice battle droid along with all sorts of other new technology that they used in the Clone Wars. We're gonna pan in here. See how they yeah, I'm a little too close. See the little square in there? That's how those fit in. It's the same size and type of square, or a 2x2 brick, that comes with the stab. As you can see here. So if you wanted to, I guess you put the stab in there. Actually looks kind of neat in there, like it's flying over some shrubbery. Or I guess you could put the stab in those other two holdouts too. So back to what I was getting about at droid armor. The regular battle droid would probably want to hide behind something that's legitimate armor holdout, whereas B2 battle droids, or super battle droids, I'm getting all that confused today. B2 super battle droids don't need as much cover because they have a lot more armor. Alright, and here we have the Bark Speeder and Bark Trooper. This is certainly not the first Bark Speeder ever released. I'm not sure how many were released in total. I do know in 2005 the first Bark Speeder came with the Clone Turbo Tank, which is one of the most legendary Star Wars sets ever. I mean, it really is fun. I used to have it back when I was younger. We're going to zoom in on some of the details here. This is the spring-loaded missile. Actually fires pretty far and nicely. It's got some nice pattern with the red and white here. Here are some decals. Apparently he killed 5 droids this week, or today, or whenever. These are the steering, or I guess control rods. I don't know how you want to put it. This is a sticker for the control panel. It's, you know how Lego is with their control panels. I guess this is one of the better ones. The one that came with the V-Wing is a joke, really. I guess you could kind of imagine that that's a stick shifter, like right there. You can tell, and some little panels here. This is the area for where our Bark Trooper will sit. I guess I could put him on. He looks really nice sitting in there. Like it's aesthetically pleasing how his hands just form into it. sit there nicely. These arms do bend a little bit. Not too much though, like the pieces aren't gonna break off. Anyway, now to the engines. These were placed in with a rod, a Technic rod, throughout, like from here to here. So I'll take one off so you can see it. Yeah, they're nice. They also come with these little flaps too that you can bend. And these are the laser cannons that come on the Bark Speeder. They shoot pretty close to him because, you know, you wouldn't really want to be, you really wouldn't want to move your hand too far off the controls when you're shooting. Here's a back decal, really nice. And from the back, here's an exhaust. Actually, it'd probably be a good place to put a couple red studs. I think I'll do that now. I like to do little modifications like that. And here's the bottom. Comes with a clear piece so you can, I guess, kind of float over objects, surfaces. A little background on the Bark Trooper and Bark Speeder. Bark Speeder, well, Bark, B-A-R-C, stands for Biker Advanced Recon Commando Speeder. As I said earlier, it comes in a lot of variants. I'll post some pictures throughout this video so you can see, so you can compare them to the actual Star Wars CGI models. Well, not this one in particular, but Commander Neo, Clone Commander Neo, had this same helmet look to him right there. It's similar to, I think it's similar to the Phase 1 Clone Troopers from Attack of the Clones. Anyway, Clone Commander Neo and one of his fellow Bark Troopers were on a routine patrol, I guess through some rocky, foresty lands on Saleucami with their Jedi Commander Stas Ali. This is in the initial ordering of Order 66 in Revenge of the Sith, where Commander Neo and his Bark Trooper are told by Chancellor, or now Emperor Palpatine, to execute their Jedi leader. So Commander Neo and his Bark Trooper pull back and fire on Stas Ali, who does not survive the attack. It would have been nice if there was a little holder, like, to put the gun in, because I know some of these newer sets, they have places where you can store the weapons, which is nice. Sometimes I like to put it here because it sticks in there nicely, or I just, you know, shoot. Put it in right there. I don't know, depends on what mood I'm in. Alright, now that I went over all this set, I'm going to just run through some final thoughts. I think it's a good value. There's a lot going on here. Really is. But I'm going to categorize what I talk about. This certainly isn't a bad set. It's just an army builder, and it's just more of a cheap set. But it's still good for what it is. It just seems kind of low. Low rating. That kind of rating isn't bad. Like a 2 is bad. Anyway, I know this is a long review. I like to be thorough. I like to talk a lot about the background, the functions, the kind of what goes into it, the look, color, all sorts of things. I like to kind of be varied from other LEGO reviewers. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. You can like and subscribe, post any comments, and I'll be doing more LEGO Star Wars reviews and Bionicle reviews too. I love Bionicle. Alright, so I guess this is the end of this video. Make sure to watch my other videos when they come up. This is Magna Guard IG-100 signing out. Goodbye.